is paved with intrigues. And we have seen what you've had to say about, this AUC bid.
Yeah.
Do you think that these are hurdles that the former Prime Minister can overcome with ease, or what does he need, especially in terms of even votes and campaign method, to be able to win this seat?
Yeah. Well, there are a number of issues that we need to tackle. One is our own behavior as a country. You know, in the past, we have rubbed the shoulders of certain countries the wrong way, including our own neighbor in the Horn of Africa, Djibouti, where they needed a position in the UN sometimes back. And Kenya presented a situation that did not make it possible for them to win that particular position. The other issue is also to check about the French speaking countries, comprising about 29 of them. Although I think about 4 of them, because of coups and confusion at home, they may not be voting. Now that leaves 25, which means if Yusuf starts with 25 countries, is already head and shoulder above our own candidate. And that may be an obstacle that we need to check. The second issue is that there was the Sahrawi problem that we got involved by almost fighting Sahrawi and therefore making some countries feel very uncomfortable with us. And of course, the latest is now the abduction of Kizza Besigye of Uganda. It does not really behove us as a country to allow our security forces to become so porous to the extent that somebody is abducted from Nairobi all the way to Kampala, and we pretend that we do not know, or then Kampala says, oh, Kenya forces, they knew exactly what we were doing. Those are some of the marks that we lose as a country. Well, Raila has tried, and I just wish him well, but he has to overcome. And I've said before, it would be useful for them to negotiate with Djibouti so that the candidate of Djibouti gets another position within the AU system. It could be Commissioner for Peace and Security or whichever other position. And for even Raila to say he's going for only for 1 term, and the Djiboutian can also take over after that 1 term. Because when they talk of Eastern African region, Djibouti is part of Eastern Africa region. Yeah, but Kenyans conveniently, they want to make it look like it is East Africa. It is the eastern part of Africa, because the other day it was in South Africa. Now the fellow who is going out is from Central Africa. And therefore, it is the Eastern Africa region. And unless some of those issues are done, and the possibility, if Djibouti and Kenya, none of them gets 2/3 majority of those voting, they are likely to suspend for another 6 months. And this therefore means we are not likely to get that position. So if I was the person supporting Raila in Kenya and have the leverage of talking to Omar Gele of Djibouti and to prevail upon his Minister of Foreign Affairs to negotiate for another position, that would be easy to resolve that particular problem. Otherwise, I see Raila coming back in February, very annoyed with the president and very annoyed with the Kenya Kwanza team, and of course making another statement that may now put into disarray the plans of the current president come 2027.
Kisia, how important